Hello, welcome to day 73 on the CDT. It's a bit late, it's 9:21. I'm actually eating dinner in my tent because the mosquitoes are absolutely horrendous. They're swarming. It's absolutely amazing. I'm at a lower elevation. It's a little hotter. Like you can see, my hair is still wet from an ascent I did, and I finished the ascent like almost 2 hours ago. So hair is still wet. It's hot. These lower elevations, like when we get down into the 8 or 9, it's a lot different than when we're up at 12. It's definitely a bit warmer, and the mosquitoes are hanging around. So I think a few housekeeping items. Let's see. Yesterday's video. I ended the video and I hadn't been rained on yet. And I think it was an hour after I turned off the camera, a rain cloud came in and rained on me for about an hour. So those concerned about my rain streak, it did get through yesterday. So it did get through day 20. However, it did not rain today. There's still a few hours, but the sky is absolutely clear. I can see the moon and stars are starting to appear. So I finally got a stable day. So the streak is, I think, going to end, but who knows? It could rain for the next 3 days, and then today is just one of those days where you kind of fudge it. You say, like, out of 24 days I got rained on, 21 days or whatever it was. So I slept last night in Rocky Mountain National Park at Granite Falls. The bear did not visit me or take my food, so the well-being of the food and myself are both intact. I hiked out of the park this morning, and I got to see Granite Falls proper as I hiked out, and then I continued on towards Steamboat. So I hiked 25 miles today, I believe. So it was a long day. We did have some elevation gain from, I want to say it was like 90. When I got out of the park, I want to say I went from 9,500 to 11,500. So I think it was a little bit more than that, but it's about 2,300 foot elevation gain, I think, is what happened today. And then we kind of traversed after the climb to the pass, and I think it was the Bowen Pass, Bowen, and then we traversed a bit. It went up a couple more times, not high, and then finally descended to kind of a meadow area, which actually had a fire as well. I was thinking about camping down there because there was a nice big flat area without any burn trees or dead pole, but the mosquitoes were horrendous. So I thought to myself, hey, we're immediately going to start climbing. Maybe if I climb for another 2 to 3 miles and get up high, then the mosquitoes won't be so bad. Unfortunately, I was wrong. I did climb high. I'm on a ridge. I did get a nice photo of the sunset, and the sunrise may actually provide a good photo as well. I have a great view from my tent. Most of the trees around me are alive, so that's good. I think there's one dead pole. So let's hope that dead pole doesn't land on me tonight. It looked pretty sturdy, and there's no wind, so we're going to go with it. But as soon as I got here and took off my pack, the mosquitoes swarmed, and it wasn't like, oh, 5 mosquitoes are bothering me. It was like 20 mosquitoes just whoosh, right on top of me. I've had a really bad mosquito experience on the Colorado Trail after a wet year, and this has definitely been a wet year in Colorado. so far. But in the Sierras on the PCT, there was one stretch. It was several days. I think it was like 3 or 4 days. I think it was 3 days, where like we had mosquito nets on, and we were wearing our rain gear head to toe. I mean, it was hot, but the mosquitoes were so thick that even like even with your rain gear on and a head like a mosquito net on, like you could see tons of mosquitoes just hitting the net trying to get to you, and you had to be extremely careful. Like I remember where my gaiters are on my shoes and where my rain pants are. If I would sit down, the rain pants would raise up just a little bit, and the mosquitoes could bite through the cloth gaiters. And so we had to either spray DEET, or we had to make sure that when we sat that we pulled our rain pants down. It was that horrendous. So I will say that this swarm is not the worst I've had, but holy cow, it is atrocious. And they're not swarming just like a living person like me. If I put my shoes outside, if I put, like when my pot was cooking, if my anything that smells I think like human, they're immediately going towards. So it's man, it is bad. I will be happy to exit Colorado if Wyoming is not as wet as Colorado, because if the mosquitoes aren't as bad, it'll be a nice couple of days of reprieve, because as we've been hiking in Colorado, it's been getting worse and worse and worse because of all of the rain. And so I think it's just now culminated that, like, up on this ridge, there's no body of water. There's no lake, stream, nothing. I'm on top of a ridge. And the only reason why mosquitoes would be up here with moisture is because of the rain. So I ran into 3 other thru hikers today that I had not talked to recently, actually at all. I met them today. And we were talking about rain, and I mentioned how many days I've been hit with rain, and their response was, "You can't hike near us." So apparently I'm just getting really lucky and getting rained on every day. Other people are getting a lot of rain, but they said, like, no, well, I might get rain, for a half an hour on a day, and maybe I'll get a half an hour the next day, but then I'll get 2 days of sun and it won't rain on me, but then I'll maybe get 3 hours of rain or 6 hours of rain like you did. And when I tell them, like, I've been, chased by rain and rained on most of the last 20 days, not including today, they're like, yeah, no, we're not experiencing that. So apparently I'm just lucky. I'm getting all of the rain. We saw 4 moose today. So we, meaning the 3 hikers that I met, we were sitting on top of that. I don't think my lungs like the way I'm sitting. We were sitting on top of that Bowen Pass and eating lunch. And we looked down, and there were 4 moose down in the gulch that we had just hiked through. So that was fun to see, but it was interesting. They were all male, so seeing a bunch of moose together was quite interesting. I think that's it. No shout outs today. Today was a pretty straightforward day hiking wise, except for no rain. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner. It's 9:30, so I'm gonna get to bed as soon as I eat dinner. Like, I've finished the water and stretching and all that stuff, so I just need to eat dinner, wash out the bowl, brush my teeth, which I'm dreading those 2 activities outside of my tent. But then I just pack up my stuff and I'll be hitting the hay hopefully by 10. So long day. I actually got up early because I knew that pass, that 11,500 foot path, was coming up, but the problem was I was still in Rocky Mountain, and I had to hike about 6 to 7 miles out of the park in order to start that climb, and I was concerned about weather. So I got up at 4:45 this morning. So a bit tired since I hiked until 7:30. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching the videos. Hope everyone's doing well. Have a nice evening, and I'll talk to you folks tomorrow. Bye.